What's up, guys? It's Duke back from sportsgamers.com, and in this Madden 20 tip, I want to break down the most dominant defense in Madden 20 that you can use to stop both the run and the pass. We've all played opponents that have a good run game, a good pass game, maybe from a formation like a strong close and on close that make it so you can't really all out blitz them because they have a good run game, but you can't really just sit back in one of the meta run defenses either because most of those are man-to-man base with bad coverage and they just pass all over you. So at that point, it can become really difficult. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you guys the best way you can combat someone who can both run the ball and pass the ball, so you have to defend both at the same time, or we're going to be able to lock these people up with ease. So we're going to be looking at the nickel 3-5 wide, and we're going to be running the cover 4. This is going to be our base defense that we're going to adjust out of, and I'm going to break down all of my favorite adjustments to use from this defense in the video. This formation and play found in a lot of books in the game. I'm in the Jets, and I do want to go over a few personnel things that make this defense, a little bit better. And that is mainly, I would say, to have at least one defensive line ability, and if you do, you want to put it at D tackle so you can get both a run stopper and a pass rusher here. That's going to help get sheds on the inside run and then also sheds in the pass game. And you definitely want some fast safeties because they are very important. Fast defensive backs in general. A good user at linebacker, and if you can, some good block shed guys as the outside linebackers. So, again, the plays the cover 4 show too. Now, before I go any further, I do want to remind you guys to please subscribe to the channel by clicking the subscribe link in the corner of the video. This really does help support us a lot, and the support lately has been absolutely phenomenal, just flat out outstanding, amazing. So I really do thank you guys. And make sure you smash that like button as well. In the meantime, if you want more Madden 20 tips, you can be sure to check out sportsgamers.com for the best ebooks and tips available. So I want to get into it now. I want to show you guys how you can both stop like a user who can run the dive and the stretch, but also pass the ball from this defense. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to press and spread our D-line and crash him down. We always do like to use this middle linebacker, so we're going to stick on him throughout the whole play. The next thing I do is I man up the outside receivers. Most of the time, if you're going up against a good runner, he's going to be in a formation that has maybe one receiver or two at the most. So you just want to man up those outside receivers with the corners and the deep zones. And then I do like to shade down and shade up so I can get some cloud flats. And then finally, I play the sticks, okay? Now, this cover 4 defense, if I did not make these adjustments, had Matt's principles in it, so I took those away. So now it's not going to do anything like that. The final thing I do is I go ahead and spy the linebacker that's blitzing. This is just going to provide a little bit of coverage over the short middle of the field, and also if they have an escape artist, will kind of help them not be able to scramble so easily. And then we finally have these two safeties. Now, these two safeties are in the cover 4 deep zone, and they're going to react to the run really good. They're not going to be quite as good as the QB spy, but as we all know, that QB spy safety defense is so easy to pass the ball on, so you can't really rely on that. This is going to be much better in being able to lock up the run and the pass, and again, not really leave yourself vulnerable to any sort of crazy bombs. Now, the one thing I will say is if someone does have a bomb, instead of manning up the corner, whichever side of the field they have a bomb to, you'd actually want to put them in a deep half. So say they're running PA tight end leak, you would go ahead and put this corner in a deep half, and that would take that away. But in general, you definitely do want to be aware of the bomb plays for sure. All right, so I do use this linebacker, and on the run, I kind of just look to clean up on whatever run they might be running. So like here, you'll see stretch. I just basically follow it to the outside. And what you'll notice is most of the time you'll get good shed, and then the safeties will react pretty well to the run too. So you're just going to have basically a free path to the ball carrier, whether they run to the inside or out. You guys, you can see that these safeties in the cover 4 deep zone, they react pretty much immediately. They're not quite as good as the spy, but good enough for sure. You guys can see we're able to easily stop this in the backfield for a loss of yards. Now, guys, I want to look at the stretch to the left now. So you can see that this defense is stretched well either way. One more key to running this defense is make sure that you have auto flip on, guys. You definitely want to do that. So again, guys, you're going to go ahead, press, shade, up, then down, man up the outside corners. Again, if there's a bomb, you have to worry about, go ahead and put the corner in a deep half on that side of the field to prevent that. Go ahead, not pinch, but spread your D line, crashing down, spy the outside linebacker that's rushing. Usually this guy right here. So just like this, and now let's look at stretch to the left. Okay, so you guys can see, able to float it outside, same thing. Basically got a yard or nothing really at all. Final one I want to look at is the dive. So we all know that the dive is very good. Here we're going to do the same thing. Press, spread line, crash them down, man up the corners on the outside, and then we just spy this linebacker blitzing, shade up, shade down. So again, guys, you can see here, got the dive. It's going to just come up on the dive, and you guys can see the safeties in the cover 4. They come up well as well, so you might get maybe 2-3 yards. If you put them in a spy, they'll come up a hair quicker and might be a yard less. But again, unless they're just obviously running every play, I would not recommend doing the spies. But, if they are running every play, you definitely, one more adjustment you could do would be to spy both safeties, or maybe only one if they just continue running to the same side over and over again. Now, that is very, very good against the run. I mean, this is something you can run against eye tight too. Like, it's not just eye close. I'm just saying, like, someone that can both run the ball and pass the ball, this is a very effective way to stop them. But here, again, guys, you can see, we can go ahead and do the same thing. We press, spread line, crash down, man up the outside corner. In this case, it's only the one guy because there's only one receiver. Shade up, shade down, like there's clouds. Play the sticks to eliminate any sort of match going on. Spy the linebacker that's blitzing. As you guys can see here, stretch. All right, as you guys know, stretch very good, but as you can see, we have it completely locked. So this is good against eye tight. Any running formation this is going to be good against. It's going to stop the run really, really well. This is very similar defense to the 3-5 wide cover 2-man with the 2 safeties and spies. The only difference is our adjustments out of this defense are going to allow us to have way better pass coverage than we would out of the man-to-man play. It's just not going to be nearly as good. So I do want to show you guys how this would work against a play like PA tight end leak. So now I want to show you guys the adjustments I would use to defend these types of passing plays. Like I said, PA tight end leak is a main one. But just in general, guys, you will see people running, corners, posts, crossers, maybe some running back wheel routes, and then obviously the bomb plays. Now there's different adjustments you can use to take all this stuff away, past the very, basic setup I've shown you guys so far. That's, really good overall to defend both the run and the pass. Now, the thing I like about this defense is it's very flexible. You can definitely adjust it on a down-to-down basis depending upon what is going on. It's just very simple to use and easy to adjust from. But, I always do like to just spread the D-line out, crashing down, and press. And then, past that, the coverage adjustments are really up to me. Now, what I would do in case of, a situation where I'm expecting or worried about the bomb is I would man up the receiver that, could be running the bomb. I'd shade down enough to get the cloud flats, play the sticks. But the main thing I would do differently is I put this guy on the opposite side of the field that the bomb would be going to in a deep half. Now, the deep half is going to take away the bomb, as long as, again, you put it on the side of the field the bomb is going to. Basically, if the bomb is run by the left receiver, you'd put the opposite corner, so the right corner in the deep half. Also, again, I'm still going to spy this guy to help against the quarterback scramble, and he'll definitely help against, not only the quarterback scramble, but playing over to the short middle as well. Now, guys, this will take this away, but if your cornerback is not fast enough to play a press coverage like this in a deep zone, and you might still get burnt, what you guys can do is individually back him up. And the way you guys can do that is just hit the coverage audible, which is going to be Y on Xbox or triangle on PlayStation. And then the individual coverage button, the receiver's icon, which in this case that would be B, because again, I'm trying to back up the right corner. And then up on the right analog stick, and he'll just move back by himself. Now, guys, I want to show you guys, I'm not even going to play defense here myself, but I'm just going to try to throw the bomb. And I want to show you guys the bomb. With these adjustments, you'll never really have to worry about the bomb actually working. It's going to be basically a free pick. If they try to throw it, that guy will never get beat. He swatted it there, but you guys can see that's definitely not anything we need to worry about. We have plenty of people there to defend that, but this guy definitely gets very deep in his depth and his drop of his zone. Definitely able to make that play. Click on it, swat it, and it's a box. It's not going to be anything we need to worry about whatsoever. So that's taken away. Now I do want to kind of just go through the play and show you guys how I would run it myself. If like I'm actually trying to use her, what I would really look to use her during the play itself. I want to show you guys that now. I'm just making my coverage adjustments first. Alright, so another thing is, if they keep running that post, notice how I shaded inside. Let's move that guy to the inside of this receiver. Play it a little bit better. Now, if they're running corner routes, though, you would not want to do that. Now, I will say that if they happen to run a bomb play when you're not prepared for it and you don't have any deep halves, you would just have to recognize that with your user and go and guard the bomb. But if we're prepared for it here, we then don't have to worry about it. So if then we don't have to worry about it and they try to hit us with a bomb play, then my responsibility is really just the middle of the field to try to stop these crossers. As you can see, I'm able to do that. We get a sack. So my main job is just the middle of the field, which allows me to, like I said, take away posts, crossers, things of that nature. Now, past that, it really just comes down to a few minor adjustments that are very easy to do, depending upon if we need to do it. So first thing is, say that they keep hitting us with like a wheel route out of the backfield or just something of that nature. Well, in that case, we can take one of the linebackers and just man them up. We could use the spy, or maybe we could just use the linebacker that's on the same side of the field that we manned up the receiver. So, because we're not as worried about it at that point, so I can just man them up like this, or I could even man them up with the spy. It really just depends upon which player we're not as, important, depending upon what routes they're doing. Like which player could be taken out and, it's not as big of a deal. So here, let's say that they keep doing a wheel route to the running back and easily just man them up. And then again, I can still guard everything else I normally would myself. And generally speaking, I would just, at the beginning of the play, if I see that there's a route over the middle field, knowing I have to guard it, I probably still would bait like the corner route and then just hop back over the middle of the field myself. Guys, to see, I have a cloud here, so that's going to fend the corner route pretty well. But at the end of the day, if they have one of those situations to where it's a corner route that could get behind your cloud late in the play, and they've hit you with that one or two times, then the additional thing you could do to make it even harder to hit is just man up that corner route with the spy. Now, obviously, if we do that, we're no longer going to have the the quarterback spy, so they could scramble on us. But again, it's just all about the adjustments. This is a very flexible defense to where you're going to have an option to take away everything that they're going to potentially even try to do. We see they try to throw that corner out, then it's blanketed because not only now do we have the cloud flat, but we have the man defender. So that's why I really, really like this as a base defense, guys. You can stop the run really easily. The dive stretch is like not gonna, it's not gonna work. Then at the same time, it's flexible enough that you can also stop any sort of pass play they're gonna try to do from those running formations. They try to run running back wheel routes, combos, that's going to be able to stop. They want to do like the post crossers, again, we can stop that because that's basically our job to use her. They try to throw corner routes, we can have those locked up too, and again, we can easily take away bombs. All the while, we have a nice three-man rush, and if we at least have one D-line ability for the pass rush and run stop, hopefully more, to be honest, just a good D-line in general, you will have those instant wins here and there that will put them in bad situations, and just in general you will get good pressure so they don't have all day. All along, this defense is very easy to adjust from. Again, you can take away anything they try to do with ease. It's very flexible, and I definitely recommend checking this out. Like I said, I'm in the Jets book, but the 3-5 wide and this cover 4 is found in so many books throughout the game. It should be something everyone can use. So hope you enjoyed the tip. Till next time, I'm out of here.